Welcome to the Deep Dive. We've got something really cool lined up for you all today. Like, picture this, right? We're talking street art, but not just any street art. We're going to be diving into the world where street art meets AI. Think murals generated with algorithms, urban landscapes transformed by code. I mean, it's kind of mind-blowing when you think about it. It's almost like this hidden revolution happening right under our noses.
Yeah, it's pretty wild stuff. We're not just talking about AI spitting out images to hang in some fancy gallery. This is AI out in the streets, mixing it up with the urban environment in real time. And that's what we're going to be exploring today, how AI is becoming this, creative partner in street art, moving beyond the whole idea of it just being a tool. And get this, it's forcing us to rethink how we define art, like who gets to be called an artist, and even what creativity itself actually is.
So we're not holding back, huh?
Absolutely not. The stuff we've been digging into for this, it's blowing my mind, honestly. It's showing how this whole scene is evolving, who the major players are, the tech behind it all. It's fascinating.
Okay, so let's jump right into it. When you think about AI art hitting the streets, it's like this secret movement, this digital layer being added to an already kind of rebellious art form. The sources we've looked at, they call it an avant-garde movement, and that just feels so right.
Oh, totally. I mean, what really grabs you is how this raw, unpredictable human creativity we associate with street art. That gut feeling clashes and merges with the cold, hard logic of algorithms. And the really cool stuff, it's not about one taking over the other. It's like this crazy fusion.
And a guy who embodies this fusion perfectly is Mario Klingman. He's using neural networks to create his art.
Hmm.
Now, for those listening, a neural network, in the simplest terms, is basically an algorithm that's modeled after the human brain. It lets AI learn from data and then create new stuff based on what it's learned. And Klingman, he's like guiding these digital brains, getting them to produce these pieces that are constantly shifting and evolving.
That's right. The way he works, it really makes you stop and think. Like, where does the human artist end and where does the AI begin? Is it all Klingman just because he built the network? Or does the AI, because it can make these wild, unpredictable forms, get some credit as an artist, too? This is where our ideas about creativity get, totally flipped on their head.
And then you have someone like Anna Riddler who comes at it from a whole other direction, right?
Exactly. She's all about this symbiotic relationship. She
Yeah.
uses these super detailed hand-drawn data sets to train her AI. So the AI isn't just making stuff up, it's learning from a very specific human style. It's almost like she's teaching the AI her own artistic language.
And that leads to this whole other really important aspect, this idea that AI could make art more accessible.
It's like these AI tools, they're becoming more available, and now we have this new generation of street artists, people who might be amazing with tech but haven't gone to art school or anything. It's almost like technology is leveling the playing field a bit.
Which is awesome, but it also raises some tough questions, like, does using an algorithm somehow make a mural less valuable or impactful?
Definitely. It's like we're trying to solve a philosophical puzzle that's been spray painted on a wall.
Like that.
So we've got this tradition of art where we value the artist's hand, their skill, their intention. But then we have this new form of art that's saying, hey, what if we looked at creativity differently?
So for those of us who are intrigued by all of this, like, how do we actually get in on the action? Because some of the sources actually had some cool suggestions.
Yeah, there's some pretty straightforward ways to get started. The easiest one is to just keep your eyes peeled. Be aware of your surroundings, seek out local installations, especially in areas where art and tech are big, because sometimes they're not even labeled. You just got to be looking for them.
Then there's the online world too, right? Following artists on social media.
Totally. It's like a window into their process. You see how they merge their vision with what the algorithm spits out. And you can connect with them too. Then there's the more traditional route, go to galleries and exhibitions. It's a great way to see AI art in context, understand how it fits into the whole art history thing.
And for the folks who are more hands-on, the sources recommend checking out AI art tools like DeepArt and Runway ML.
Right. It's one thing to read about these tools, but messing around with them yourself, that's when you really start to get it. Then there's online communities. They're like these hubs where people are constantly sharing ideas and techniques, always pushing the boundaries of what's possible.
Speaking of pushing boundaries,
Yeah.
the sources also mention some ways to take things even further, like imagine collaborating with AI developers to create something totally unique.
Yeah, that would be incredible. Bringing together artistic vision and technical know-how. And then you could even organize pop-up shows, showcasing this AI art in unexpected places, getting people talking about it.
So there's this other crazy fact that really stuck with me. The sources talked about how AI algorithms can actually mimic the styles of famous artists like Van Gogh or Picasso. Like they can create pieces that are almost impossible to tell apart from the real deal.
And that leads us to this huge question about originality. If an AI can paint like Picasso, what does that mean for how we value an artist's individual genius? It's mind-blowing, honestly. It makes you rethink what it means to be an artist in this digital age.
Totally. And it feels like we're at the very beginning of a massive change in the art world. But to get back to street art, the sources really nail it when they say that this movement is changing how we understand creativity. It's not about AI replacing humans, it's about this new way of being an artist.
Absolutely. It's like, what is inspiration now? What does it mean to execute an idea when AI is involved? It's a whole new way of thinking about art, and it's happening all around us.
So the big takeaway here is that AI isn't just changing how art is made. It's changing where it's made and who gets to make it, especially in the world of street art, which has always been about breaking the rules.
And it's a call to action, really. Look around, pay attention to the unexpected, the innovative. The streets are full of stories, and now those stories are being told in these amazing new ways thanks to AI.
What a perfect note to end on. So here's something to think about as you walk around your city. How will this whole thing between humans and AI change creativity in the future? What kind of crazy art forms are we going to see that we can't even imagine right now? Thanks for joining us for the deep dive.